Gold Killing by Paul Sellar. Episode 1. They'll come after me. Sooner or later, they'll come. Like they have for all the others. And they'll come when I least expect it. It's not a case of if, it's when. That's the trouble with money. It comes at a price. It all started because I got involved with him.
You really are alive, Joe, alive to it all. Very alert.
The Marquess of Chillingfold in his element at the Athenaeum, holding court at the head of the table. Did I know him? Yes. Did I know him well? No, not especially. But I knew him.
Joe, you really are the most clear-thinking individual I've ever met. He really is.
He was fawning all over me at his club because I got him out of a spot of bother.
No, you really are, Joe. You are, and I can't thank you enough.
A while back, he was onto something big out in Morocco.
This is perfectly charming. Overlooks the Medina. I didn't realise it was a walled city.
Yes. This is the real Marrakech.
They'd rolled out the red carpet.
Well, thank you. I'll have the lamb tagine with apricots, no sultanas, some haricot beans, and
couscous. So, our client, Mr. Albert El Ghazali, is certainly very interested.
I'll bet. He knew the Marquess had money. But I knew that Albert El Ghazali had 4 names, 5 passports and more moves than a Swiss watch. The Marquess had got mud in his eye. So proud of the potential of the deal, picking up some cheap local freeholds, he couldn't see he was being mugged off. I had to step in to save him from losing his shirt.
I should have listened to you.
You did?
Well, yes, in the end, once you'd... But no, I should really have listened from the off.
The Marquess thought he'd be coming back with a prize portfolio. But in reality, he'd have stepped off the plane with nothing but egg on his face and a hole in his pocket, courtesy of trumped-up agency fees for high-value properties going cheaply. But only because they had no intention of actually selling. Could have cost him his position and his reputation, falling for that scam. And generally speaking, he's bright. No flies on him. So this would have been a real blow to his cred. No wonder he was grateful.
I doubted you, Joe, and I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done.
Oh, thankfully. And he really is the most clear-thinking man I've ever known. Got a fighter's intellect, does Joe. Good, sharp instinct.
You must come and visit us, Joe.
Sure.
Really.
The Marquess, for all his sycophancy, good word, sycophancy, especially for him, but for all that, he wasn't quite as profusely grateful as his wife.
No, you must visit. I insist, I do.
The Countess of Chide, recovered heroin addict, former model and one-time harpist with the Philharmonic. Currently a resting mother of 2 and 27th in line to the throne.
I'll be very cross if you don't.
Yes, you really must, Joe, any time.
Circles I mix in these days. Makes me laugh when I think about it. All sorts. Villains, royalty, celebrity. All the same to me. I speak as I find. Always have, always will. Got to keep your guard up too. Especially in the inner sanctums. You know what they say about success? Brings a better class of enemy.
We'll be in the Red Hills, Marbella, through August. We've got a summer home just off Orange Square.
Villa Conchita Marquez. Sounds terribly dramatic, though in reality it's wonderfully dull.
If you'd like to drop in with Val and Isabel, then please do. Don't worry about notice. We keep more or less an open house.
Thanks. I've always liked Spain.
Especially with a suitcase full of cash.
I'll see if I can't get away.
Through the Marquess, I got to meet all sorts. There's a circuit, not just in name, an actual social calendar, all marked out. Ascot, polo, cows. And that's how my daughter met her fiancé.
I do have a name, Father.
Of course you do, Isabel. Who says you don't? You can be Isabel and still my daughter, can't you?
I like the way she says father. That's her education. About 10k a term for 6 years to talk like that. She's now looking to get married, and she's landed herself a Viscount. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Don't be naughty, Joe.
I'm not. What is he then, Petal?
A nice, fine, upstanding young man called Jonty.
Gentry, good stock. Delighted my princess is marrying so well. Makes it all worthwhile. All that fighting I done, in and out the ring.
Pity he's such a Potts. That's the only trouble.
Stop calling him a Potts. He's not a Potts.
Potts means schmuck.
He's teasing you, darling. He likes him, really.
Does he?
Of course he does. You know what he's like.
So anyway, I've invited Jonty to spend some time with us in a run-up to Christmas at the Manor House Hotel, Devon.
Who else is coming?
Some of my friends.
Your friends? No, who?
Some of the boys, the old faces. I've invited them over for tea at the hotel.
No, you haven't.
I did, especially all the old villains. I'll make sure they turn out, have a bit of a do.
Oh,
What?
don't tease her.
Who's teasing? I want my friends there while I'm nearby.
To where?
Dartmoor. I'll see if I can get one or two mates out for the day. I'll swing by and pick them up. They'll be the life and soul too, cooped up all that time. First taste of freedom. Ought to liven the place up a bit. Can be a little flat sometimes, these country hotels. Bridge and afternoon tea, a little stilted.
Seriously, Dad?
I'm being serious.
No, really. Who have you invited?
No one.
So it'll just be us, and Jonty, of course.
Oh, the Marquess and his wife are coming too.
The Countess?
Just for afternoon tea, mind, and that's it.
Normally, a countess would become a marchioness, but her title, Countess of Chide, is rare or something. I don't understand any of it. Anyway, she stayed a countess. That's the point. In case you were wondering.
I want it to be civil, all well behaved.
I know how to mind me P's and Q's.
No, but you get bored and then misbehave.
Oh, misbehave? Who do you think you're talking to? Apart from anything, I own the blooming hotel.
One of a number of recent acquisitions as part of my growing leisure portfolio.
So?
So we'll have nothing but the best, that's the first thing. And let me tell you, I've dined off the finest plates with the finest silver here and abroad, and in the very best company. I know how to comport myself better than anyone.
That's not what I meant.
Then what?
You teased him last time we met.
Oh, Johnny, when?
You did.
Did I?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. And then you moaned on the way back about how their house was cold.
Oh, but it was, though, darling.
I know.
I've never been so cold in all my life.
That's the trouble with big estates. How'd you heat them?
No, that was their manor house. You haven't seen the estate or the castle.
They've got a castle, too.
In Ireland. Not his, but in the family.
Well, you've done very well for yourself, haven't you?
He's a good guy.
Did I say he wasn't?
No.
He's a lovely boy. And nice and tall, too.
So how was I rude?
Oh, not rude.
Then what?
Oh, I don't know.
That makes two of us.
Just a bit.
Well, what? Flash? What, eh?
Spit it out, darling. What did he do?
Never mind.
Well, leave it then.
Always been a bit sensitive, my little princess, Isabel. She didn't like me parking the gold rolls in the entrance. And talking about myself, apparently. But it weren't my fault. They kept bleeding asking me.
Heard some funny rumours about your fight in Wembley with Tony Lights Out Bollom.
Oh, yeah. Tony.
Yes, and a little bird told me he owed a lot of money in gambling debts. He went down in the fourth. Any truth in it?
I don't know. No idea. He may have owed money, and he certainly went down.
They called it the Phantom Punch.
I don't know why.
No one saw it.
They're the ones that heard.
Yeah, so you did connect them.
Yeah, I caught him flush on the chin.
Oh, what an exciting life.
Bit too exciting at times.
All that adrenaline. Must be such a buzz.
Yeah, but I'll be quite honest with you. I don't miss it.
No?
Just pleased to have got out of the top with a few quid and all my faculties intact. Same in business, really. Knowing when to get out, that's half the battle.
Of course. And grit. We've obviously got a lot of grit, Joe.
You need it.
Those incredible comebacks you make. In business, I mean.
Well, I'm certainly not coming back in the ring.
You haven't lost any fight. Fighting for what you want. I admire that in a man. Having that thunder in one's blood.
I could see the Marquis smiling. Soppy smile, really. I know what it's about. He knows what no one else knows. He knows I'm in trouble. He knows I've been in trouble for a long time. Well, he would. He's a banker. Backed me a few times in the past, so he knows what's what, more or less. And he knows I've been sailing close to the wind for the best part of a decade.
Well, Joe's a scrapper. Just like in the ring. If he was knocked down 3 times, he'd get up 4.
The Brighton Riviera development nearly bust me. Cost me 150 mil. and I was geared up to me neck. And just as I bought it, interest rates go up, and money doesn't come cheap at the best of times. I was paying interest on the interest and still falling short. No one was lending. I was days away from going under, but I got the money. He doesn't know how. But then, he wasn't with me at the Four Seasons.
Good. Enjoy your brunch, and I'll bring you some more water for the table and a fresh pot of coffee.
Wonderful.
And he leaves us to it. Yelena and I chat. Small talk. Very casual. Very tense.
I've had a full schedule this trip. Yesterday, I went to look around Benenden for Mina.
Oh, it's good school.
Yes. Mina is only 1 year old, but they say to get down on the list early as possible. And in the Moscow Tatler, they say that St. Mary's Escott is the Bentley of girls' boarding schools. But it is Catholic, no?
Well, it sounds it.
Is this a problem?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Generally speaking, money talks.
Where did your daughter go? Isabel, yes? Where did she go?
Rodine.
Ah, yes. Sussex Downs.
Brighton, near one of my hotels on the marina.
Of course. I'm seeing Rodin tomorrow. It's on the itinerary. Was she happy there, Isabel?
Yeah.
Good. I went to a Duke's party the other night. Second most eligible, my father says, in the UK. Except that he's not eligible as he is, can I say, poof?
Homosexual. Or gay is better, I think.
Yes, gay. Very handsome and well-dressed, and had a castle in Scotland, and his flat in town. Everything is in the right place. Just so. He is gay, no?
Maybe. Or maybe he prefers blonde.
You're teasing because I dyed my hair. This is very good, this breakfast. Full English. Traditional. Hearty. And the eggs are perfect. Yours too?
I haven't popped them yet.
No, I can tell they're not too hard. Just right. What is it Somerset Mom said? To eat well in England, you should breakfast 3 times a day.
I wouldn't like to see his cholesterol.
Don't be silly. He's dead.
I'm not surprised.
Like it, Joe. That we can talk about anything.
They'd bailed me out at the 11th hour, and so now I've become financially involved with them.
Here's to the new British landmark, the Brighton Riviera.
Brighton Riviera.
Success. The first of many.
Here we go. By the time we've finished, the real purpose of her visit comes clear.
Now, we have more money, Joe, which, as you say in the UK, is burning holes in our pockets, and we would like you to find a safe haven for it. You understand? Like a fine painting, it needs a good home.
Yes, of course. And I know how you like your paintings.
I'm a collector now, and paintings are very good investments. So we're very happy to have met a good friend like you to help us keep the money growing and safe.
Of course, deals. That's what I'm good at.
Serve the bill.
No, give me the bill.
She was loaded, but so was her generosity.
I pay for this, always.
They don't like to owe anyone anything. That's what that was about. And that's when I found there is such a thing as a free lunch, but not the sort you want. Point is, they bailed me out and I did owe them a favour. They had money, and it was no good just stuffing it in a bank. I needed to find something to do with it. That was the arrangement. It's got to be the right thing too. A good fit. Little did I know it was all about to fall into place at a black tie do at the Dorchester.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the Hackney Boys Boxing Association dinner.
That's Tony, lights out, Bollom. Nice fella.
Many familiar faces here, and I'm glad to see as guest of honour one of my former foes, Joe Stein, the Hackney Hammer. I went 12 rounds with Joe in Bethnal Green, right on ding dong. A southpaw, awkward bastard. Means it all comes in over the top. Big right hand too. His left, he'll be the first to admit it, his left was just for shaking hands. But his right could bang the dark out of night. I've never been put down so many times in a single fight. Spent more time on the canvas than Vincent van Gogh. Thank you, Sidney. Didn't know you were in.
Sidney Green always had that laugh, like a hyena.
I expect Joe paid for your ticket.
He was bloody right too. Sidney Green, my top lawyer for 15 years. Frugal isn't the word. Restaurants? When it comes to not paying the bill, he is the undisputed world champion. He can out-fumble anyone. Legendary.
There'll be a 3-course dinner, an exhibition match, some stand-up and a raffle. And a toast from our guest of honour, Joe Stein. So please, dig deep. I know you will. It's a cause very close to many of our hearts. Now, I'm going to hand you over to the Hackney Hammer, and I'll make his introduction last as long as my defence of the WBC heavyweight title. So, in conclusion, welcome our guest of honour, former Commonwealth heavyweight champ turned hugely successful entrepreneur, Joe Stein!
Thank you. Now, if you'd raise your glasses, the toast I'm going to propose is Lochheim. Some of you won't know the meaning of the word. Many think it's health or luck, but no. The exact meaning of Lochheim is life, and I should know. I've a brother doing Lochheim in Pentonville. Lochheim!
Lochheim!
So, table 13. Lucky for some. Must have been about 25 million sat round that table.
Fast as I make it, and it's gone. Know what she does to keep her hands so soft and silky smooth?
Oh, not this again.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Know where I hide the money? Under the Hoover.
You are a fat, ugly pig. I mean that.
Don't get excited.
Sitting there at the head of the table like a snorting pig.
A snorting pig, eh?
Yeah, like a big, fat, stuffed pork pie pig.
Lipschitz! See? Smiling in spite of herself, eh? Gets her every time, that joke. Famous American artist, Jack Lipschitz. Changed his name? George Lipschitz. Every time. Works every time.
And the food is good, and the wine is flowing, and everyone's relaxed. Tony on top form. Nice to see him again after all this time, and hear what he'd been up to.
So I'm flying out to Beijing. Tell you the truth, I was on my uppers, in all sorts of trouble. Couldn't see a way out. I'd had a couple of reversals and I needed some cash badly. Flew out to Egypt, see if I could offload a chunk of my company to a wealthy Cairo businessman. It was offering peanuts, but I was that desperate for cash. Worst flight of my bloody life. Plane had no right taking off in that. Lightning, the works. Middle of the blooming night, and we're making an unscheduled landing. Where? Bleeding pisshole. Look out the window, deepest, darkest Africa. Tiny piss spot airport. Everyone off the plane. I say no. They say you've got to come off. But I refuse. Eventually, captain comes up to me. Nice bloke, reasonable. Explains what's happened. Diversion, bad weather, etc. I say that's all very well, but I don't even know where I am. He says, Mogadishu. I say I don't want to be in Mogadishu. I never heard of Mogadishu. I'm supposed to be in Cairo. And they ain't got the bloody injections for Mogadishu. I'm thinking fast because I'm trying to buy time in case something funny's going off. Could be pirates, anything. Eventually I come off the plane. So now I'm outside, middle of nowhere, pitch black. All I can see is the whites of eyes moving about. Locals picking up luggage. Everyone else is on the bus already, just sat there, sitting there like lemons. I get on and we get driven off, apparently to a hotel for the night. Sit next to a fellow I'd never noticed on the plane. White suit, beard. I'm looking out the window and he leans over.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
We put our heads together and plot just in case we're being kidnapped. Any trouble and I'm ready to go off like a frog in a sock. But it turns out it was just a diversion after all. But the fella next to me, Cliff, we'd bonded. We got to the hotel and ransacked the bar. Great night. The bill's on the airline, so the whole bus drinking and dancing. End of the night, I'm having a few cold lagers in a corner with Cliff, and I open up a bit. Business problems and stress. He's listening and nodding. Turns out he's a geologist with a Canadian mining outfit.
I just got back from the north of Ghana. Began buying a scarp. Accra Mountains. There's goldfields untapped, deep reserves. Rivermont Mining Limited. I could put you in touch.
He does. I get in with them and bang! They strike gold just like he said. And the returns, unbelievable. Start at 12%, up to 14%, then 16%, 22%, making money hand over fist. And the only reason I ended up next to him on the bus is because I wouldn't get off the plane and so ended up last, next to him.
Had us eating out of the palm of his hand. He's good company, Tony, very funny. Good timing, like most boxers. So, never mind anything else. I see an opportunity, and I asked Tony for an introduction.
Forget it, Joe.
Eh?
Can't.
Can't?
Can't.
Can't or won't.
You're too late. Everyone wants in.
Do me a favour.
If I could, I would.
Then do.
Can't, Joe. It's a closed shop.
I see a little smirk creep across his fat face. He tries to wipe it off with his napkin, but he can't get it off completely. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
No.
Then what?
Well, be honest, mate, I'm glad my hands are tied.
He fills me in. Bottom line, it's not his call.
Just as well.
What do you mean?
Last thing I need is you coming in with me.
Why's that?
If something went wrong, I'd never hear the end of it. I know what you're like.
Go wrong? Either there's gold or there's not.
Yeah, but it's over there. What if there's a war or something? Countries change hands like we change our socks. It's fickle.
He's trying to pretend he's talking me out of this for my own good. But really, it's a load of old moody. He's just trying to keep it all to himself. But he should have just said that. Instead, he blamed his backer, which was his mistake. Because as it happens, I know his backer, and I knew where he was. So, I head out to the red hills of Marbella.
Joe, lovely to see you. Come in.
The director of the mining company happened to be none other than the Marquess.
I'm glad you took our invitation.
Pleasure.
Indeed.
Villa Conchita Marquez. A bit of small talk and a tour of their grounds. Stone fountains, fruit trees and olive groves. And we sit in the walled garden with a jug of ice-cold water and a little light flirting in the shade. Then the Countess left us to it, and we get down to business without discussing business.
Ah, now here's a bottle of red. Been saving this one.
Vintage. Silly money, really.
I suppose I've got to open it up at some point.
I didn't say anything. Didn't have to.
Why not? Seems greedy to keep it locked up all to myself. To hell with it.
He owed me. And he bloody well knew it.
Let's have it with some lunch.
And over some very fresh tapas and very old wine, I was introduced to an investment opportunity regarding Rivermont gold. Of course, Val was sceptical.
Mining? What do you know about mining?
Well, I'm not mining it myself, am I? Not standing there with a shovel. It's an investment, a good one.
You sure, Joe? You sure you know what you're doing? Ghana?
Course I am, Petal, course I am.
Don't petal me, I mean it.
And Sidney, my lawyer, was even more wary.
Africa? Mining? I've heard horror stories, Joe. Horror stories.
There's gold.
Bottomless pits, some of those mines, like sticking your money in a black hole.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
No.
You have heard the term due diligence. Well, that's what I pay you lot for. I find the deals, you check them out. What else am I paying you for? We'll go out there and have a look.
Don't worry, we will.
And I don't just mean kick the tyres. You really look under the bonnet on this one.
Dear Susan, Ghanaian gold, as I understand the opportunity. 1. The deposit is alluvial, with almost 9 million ounces of gold at grade 0.55 per cubic metre, yielding a value of between $200 and $300 million. 2. A fresh licence will be issued by the Ministry of Mines. At this stage, it will be sensible for my team to have a look at the data and have a chat to discuss the various ways in which the deal might be structured. Best regards, Sidney Green.
Monday is the only day I can make in London. Shall we say the Four Seasons at 6-ish?
They met Sidney, and we followed up by meeting them all in Ghana.
Welcome to Ghana and to Mount Accra.
George Okonjo, ex-Harrow, big laugh, and a small stake in half the country.
In New York, they call me Mr. Ghana.
A local businessman with more connections than a fuse box.
My friend's father is Kwesi Aboa, Minister for Mines, and his uncle is Patience Aboa, who controls the unions along with Marquess Aboa.
But even if you're connected, Ghana can be a dark and dangerous place.
Of course, you got to keep the locals on side. Team up with the right people.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Everyone's got a gun out here.
Suzy Bonning, accounts.
I'm a New Yorker, first, second and third in that order.
Talks 100 miles an hour and gets through a pack of Dunhill between a starter and the main. Like being sat next to a machine gun. All noise and smoke.
Businessmen and officials control the mines, but bandits and pirates control access to the roads. Father Dubaku rules the roost. He's on the payroll, but it's all off book.
We see it all as a tax, protection. We're all guests in the house of Father Dubaku.
Local priest and international crime lord.
He gets first dollar.
So long as we pay him on time and keep it all arm's length, he leaves us alone.
And then there are the gangs and the politicians, all need taking care of.
That said, we pay our dues, we never have any problems.
Sure, as long as they're paid, what do they care?
Well, the locals here may seem helpful and friendly, but they still want paying. They made that clear.
The teeth that smile are the same as the teeth that bite.
They broke down the deal.
English is the national language of Ghana, and the legal system mirrors your own in most respects.
Sidney went through it all and then had questions. I had questions. He did. And then we had more questions. And then, finally, just a few questions. One or two.
How many companies?
For the goldfield in the northeast, we propose to undertake all the work under the sole aegis of Rivermont Mining Limited.
What types of mining?
Main type, dredging, rivers and streams.
We'll pick up alluvial gold, nuggets, and some diamonds.
Sure. And the cost?
For dredging, 10 million US.
And open cost?
Costs about 50 million. Looking in these hills and those mountains.
That's where the rock gold is. Beautiful rocks of gold.
Yeah, what's the split?
Suzy?
The government takes 10%.
Of what?
Everything. They'd have 10% of your wife if you let them.
The remainder is split. Investors 55%, concession owners 45%. From that, we use a little of the working capital to keep Father Dubaku sweet and pay off the locals. The gangs, to keep them on side, nominal in the great scheme of things.
Okay. And how long until we can start mining?
In terms of production, it will take 45 days to get the equipment here, on site.
And between 30 and 60 days from then to start operating. But that's it. Then we're up and running.
And where are we now? What's the current status?
We're already demarcating the mapped out areas for the new mine. Here. We've got everything we need. Once we've agreed terms with yourself, Joe, we'll go ahead and start producing gold in about 90 days' time.
Okay, well, we'll have a read and a think and come back to you.
Which we did.
Oath of proof. I, Kwesi Mensah, can read and write. Sworn at Accra this 12th day. I, George Okonjo, can read and write. Sworn at Accra on this 12th day. I, Samuel Mensah of Minerals, make oath and say that on the 24th day of November, I was present and saw the Minister of Mines, Government, the Republic of Ghana, at the River Mount Rock Mining Company Limited. Prospecting license term, 2 years. Renewable.
With the machinery in place and the licence granted, we were good to go. And it was only a matter of time before our first major strike. Life was a party. One big swinging party. The high life. Everyone was living it up. George and Suzy celebrating in style. The Marquess, of course, was too used to money to do anything with his windfall. Not sure he spent any by way of celebrating.
Yeah, just a couple of crisp white shirts and a decent bottle of Burgundy.
Not that he was tight, of course, just unfazed by money. Grew up with it in all shapes and sizes. But it was Tony who took the biscuit, with a lavish party. At the centrepiece was his painting. For me, that was the clincher in terms of wanting to invest. Shortly after the boxing do, Tony had attended a high-profile auction and got involved in a three-way bidding war with the Americans and the Japanese for a near-priceless Degas. The painting rocketed past its £10 million estimate, and there was Tony in the middle, with his arm going up and down like a fiddler's elbow.
Sold for £34 million.
Tony got it. Got the painting. Spanish woman dancing.
And she won't be the only one dancing tonight, I can tell you.
If it wasn't clear before, it was clear now. Rivermont Mining was a roaring success. And now here it was on show at his celebratory party. The first of many. I celebrated in my own way. I wanted a break. To get away from it all. I'd earned it. So I flew out for some peace and tranquility to the south of France. Just for some downtime. With the family. Sitting out on the balcony of the Hilton. Private beach, white sands, soft water pool and big blue skies. Just trying to relax for 5 minutes. Recharge.
Do you like a place out here?
Yeah, for the right price, maybe. Or up in the hills. Capped on tea for the privacy.
I've got some viewings tomorrow. There's one very charming sounding place, beautiful grounds and big iron gates. Villa La Croix-Valmer on the hillside. Lovely views. And only 10 minutes down to the Croisette.
Yeah, have a look. Why not?
Here.
Mind out.
Just a bit more lotion on your face.
I'm not that burnt.
Can't be too careful these days. There.
That it? Can I relax now?
Yeah. Do you know who I thought I saw here?
Father Christmas.
No.
Fred Astaire.
Sidney Green.
Sidney Green, my lawyer, do me a favour. He's not here.
I thought I saw him at the seafood bar.
Sidney Green? Sidney Green? What the bleeding hell would he be doing here? He's up to his neck. He's got my contracts to sign off on. Besides, he's a bleeding schnorrer. He wouldn't pay these prices. He'd have to have won the lottery. And even then, this is 6-star plus.
I could have sworn it was him, you know? That little face he has.
Do me a favour. I can assure you it wasn't him. He's in 15 Brook Street as we speak, drafting contracts. He's up to his eyes.
And later, we make our way down through the bar and into the dining room.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, madam. I'm Yvette, your waitress for this evening. If you need anything at all during the course of your meal, please just ask. I will organise some fresh, stone-baked bread and a bottle of still and sparkling water for the table. Here is the wine list.
Thank you.
And before you order, I would just like to tell you about our specials for this evening. Starters, we have an hot foie gras and crispy pancake of duck flavoured with cinnamon. Mains, we have seared sea bass with lemon and herb butter. Lobster salad with mango, avocado, basil and lime. And from the griddle, we have...
Well, blow me.
Told you.
What's he doing here? So I went over to find out. He's at the bar, all flash. Never seen him buy a round in his life.
3 margaritas, 2 Manhattans, 2 glasses of champagne. No, 3. No, sorry, let's have a bottle.
Well, oui, monsieur.
Not that rubbish. Krug. Is it cold? Really cold?
Big shop. A gunser mucker.
All right, now put your money
Not letting
down.
anyone pay for their drinks. All a bit suspect, but I don't let on.
Hello, Sidney.
You need a bit of luck in life, and I'd had a touch here. Like Tony was saying, doesn't matter how good you are, nothing beats a bit of muzzle.
Joe! But how are you?
I'm the last person he wanted to see.
Very well.
What's you doing here? All places. Can't believe it.
I bet he can't. So, I didn't want to embarrass him at the bar, and I didn't want to spook him either. So I play it very cool and invite him up to my suite for a little aperitif.
This is unbelievable. Palatial. I wish I could show Dawn. Shame she went back. She'd love to have seen it. You got the whole floor?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's a palace. You're looking well, Joe. You look $1 million.
There's the schmooze.
How is Dawn?
Very well. Sends her best. Where's Val?
She's joining us later downstairs.
Oh, right, see.
Gives a chance to catch up. Champagne. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Look at this view. Priceless. The view is unbelievable. It's a Monet. Everywhere you look, it's a Monet.
Who are you working for, Sidney?
What?
You heard.
Terrible. That's terrible, Joe. Who am I working for? Right, wind-up merchant. I don't know how Val puts up with it. Terrible.
I asked you who you're working for.
What are you talking about? Don't be silly. Who am I working for?
Don't take me for a fool, Sidney. You're in Brook Street preparing the new agreements, or so I thought.
They're done, they're done.
And secondly, what you doing here?
Oh, the hotel. You mean, how can I afford that? I see. No, it's Dawn's money, not mine. Her father sold out in the 80s. Ronnie skirts. What are you standing up for, Joe? And look, you remember Ronnie skirts? That was her father. It all come her way. You know Ronnie skirts sold out for a fortune at the height. Okay.
And when I pulled his head out of the ice bucket, that's when he lets out the truth. Now, I've got to tell you, I've been around a bit, but I never saw this one coming.
They're the ones that hurt.
I had to move fast. This was trouble.
What are you doing, Joe?
What's it look like?
Isabel's on her way.
I know.
And Jonty's joining.
Look, I've organised everything, Val. The rooms are paid up in advance. I've left plenty of dollars and some sterling. You got cards in case of an emergency.
Worried about the money?
She would be if she knew what Sidney told me.
They paid me off, Joe. They paid me to sign the mine off as kosher, but it's not. And they're stealing, Joe. They're stealing your money.
Joe! What's wrong?
Nothing.
And to make matters worse, Yelena calls.
Joe, our returns, they've dried up.
Don't worry, Yelena. It's just a blip.
So there's nothing wrong? The money is safe?
Yeah, of course. It's fine.
It's far from fine.
Nothing? What's happened? What did Sidney tell you?
Nothing.
This is to do with Sidney, isn't it? And that bloody mine.
Val, don't worry. It's nothing I can't handle, I assure you.
Where are you going, Joe?
Ghana.
Now?
Yes.
Why?
Business.
Business?
Yeah, that's right. The thing I do that pays for everything. For all of you. For all of this and everything at home.
Don't you bloody talk to me like that.
Like what?
I've worked all my life, all my best years. The early days working with you.
Did I say you didn't?
And that's our money, not yours. Ours.
Of course.
I've earned it. And I'm entitled.
Yeah, did I say you weren't?
I'm entitled to know. And I want to know what the hell is going on.
Look, don't worry.
Don't tell me not to worry. Something's wrong, isn't it?
Look, I'm packing because something's come up. It happens from time to time. Something's come up, that's all.
I know you.
Oh, I should bloody hope so by now.
You're not gambling with our future, are you? It's not just ours, Joe. The money. It's Isabel's.
Look, I'm securing our future. Her future. Their future.
Jonty may be landed gentry and the 14th Earl of Stanbury, but in reality he's not got a brass pot to piss in, though plenty of windows to throw it out of. So, it's all on my shoulders for now.
You're in trouble, Joe, I know it.
All I'm trying to do is get there, Val. To get there to where they can't touch us. To where none of them can ever touch us again. Once and for all. Get to where we don't ever have to think about anything again. But I'm like one of those bloody hamsters on a wheel. Faster it goes, faster I have to go, just to stay still.
Truth is, between you and me, don't think it matters how much money you got, you're never safe. Hard to make $1 million, 10 times harder to keep it. And if you come from the streets, from poverty, well, it never leaves you.
Can you pass me my suit, the linen?
Joe, I know you.
Look, something's up.
It's those bloody Russians, isn't it?
No.
I can tell you're worried.
Look, it's nothing that can't be dealt with. I'll call you from the Hilton Accra. The office will email you my itinerary.
And what will I tell Isabel?
Well, tell her she's got a beautiful penthouse suite, access to a private beach, choice of 4 restaurants, and that she'll be waited on hand and foot. It's 6-star plus. And I pop me head round the spa, it's like ancient Rome. Just bloody enjoy it, will you? All of you. I'll be back before you know it. Oh, that's me car.
Joe.
Yeah?
I love you. I love you, darling.
Oh, I love you too, my angel. I love you too.
Please tell me you're safe. That you'll be all right?
I'll be fine. Just need to take care of something. That's all.
Next thing I know, I'll be in Ghana. And then I can deal with all this. I've arranged to meet them at the mine. It's curious, but when you do something for the last time, whatever it is, taking a sip of brandy, stepping out of a car, adjusting your tie, you never think, and have no way of knowing, that will be the last sip of brandy you have, that you've just stepped out of a car for the last time, that never again shall you straighten your tie. Still, no one I can blame. You make your own luck in this life. That's the truth. There's a saying in Russia.
Pray, but don't forget to steer away from the rocks.
But it's hard to avoid something if you don't know it's there.
Business headlines on the hour every hour. The dollar falls against the pound.
In India, the price of steel continues to rise.
Car manufacturing in the UK hits an all-time low as 3 more plants set to close.
In spite of simmering tensions in the Middle East, the price of crude remains stable.
In Japan, worrying signs of a new cycle of deflation as interest rates continue to fall.
And in West Africa, a chilling overnight development curbs the production of gold in Ghana's Rivermont's Mount Accra, as the body of a murdered British businessman was found swinging above the mine.
In episode 1 of The Gold Killing, Joe was played by Robert Glenister, the Marquess by Pip Torrens, and Tony Lights Out Bollom by David Hounslow. Val was played by Amelia Lowdell, Suzy by Alex Tregear, Sidney Green by Stephen Critchlow, George by Obi Abili, and the Countess by Rhiannon Neads. The Gold Killing is written by Paul Sellar and directed by Sally Avens. The Gold Killing by Paul Sellar. Episode 2.
I'm next. They're going to kill me, do you understand? You have to listen to me, my life is in danger.
I'm listening, don't worry.
Good. Good. Sorry, I'm a little on edge. Hardly surprising. But please, do bear with me. I need to tell you all this so you'll understand and then you'll know everything and you'll know what to do.
Sure.
Right. Where was I? Ah, yes, Joe Stein.
That's right, the boxer.
Yes. The Hackney Hammer. 2-time WBA heavyweight champ and now successful entrepreneur. Well, over the years, he'd become a friend of the family.
And he'd invested in your mine?
Yes.
You said he grew anxious when the returns dried up.
Yes, I managed to allay his concerns. But then disaster struck. Joe caught his crooked lawyer, Sidney, living beyond his means out in the south of France. Well, that set alarm bells ringing, and Joe collared Sidney, and using his not inconsiderable powers of persuasion, he managed to get a confession out of him. Sidney came clean, told him that he'd been paid to look the other way, while we ripped Joe off. Oh, Joe was furious.
And that's when he came to see you out in Ghana?
We arranged to meet at the mine, only Joe didn't show up, which was a surprise. And then we got a bigger one.
Oh, no!
A dead body swung into view. It was Joe's lawyer hanging above our mine. Sidney Green.
Well, you didn't think it was me, did you? No. I'm still here with you, for now. Unlike Sidney, the cheating momser. I told him to stay on top of the mine. I didn't mean like that. That was his laugh. Always had it like a hyena. Not got much to laugh about now. Nor had any of us. That murder was a stark warning. A clear mafia sign. And worse was to come. I meet the Marquess and his colleagues at their office at the mine. Everyone's in shock. Smart desk, some leather chairs, and some rattly aircon. Tony was hot and bothered, and his suit looked like it had been run over. The fly was irritating everyone, but especially Tony for some reason. And you could tell he was going to be the first to speak.
What's going on, Joe? This bloody murder. Were you behind it?
No. Last time I saw Sidney, he was alive and well in the south of France. Next thing, he's dead.
And swinging above our mine.
Yeah, well, that shows us who we're dealing with.
What do you mean?
We're in over our heads. The money I invested was Russian money. Unclean money, as it turns out.
Wait, back up. Back the hell up.
The money was mafia?
Not was, George, is. It is mafia money.
Oh, my goodness. What a nasty business.
You bought us cartel money? Are you out of your mind?
I didn't know it was dirty money. OK, I didn't ask too many questions. Maybe I didn't want to know. But then I didn't expect you to steal it, did I? I didn't tell them what you'd done. But they got to Sidney themselves and flushed out the truth and...
Killed him?
Yeah. Strung him up for us all to see.
Bloody hell.
And we're next. So, let's be pragmatic. You've embezzled mafia funds, and the only thing that will save us now is if we get their money back out the mine. It really is that simple.
Would that it were.
Eh?
There's no money, Joe.
What do you mean, no money?
It's gone.
Gone? What do you mean, gone? How can it be gone?
It's gone, Joe, gone.
What, $50 million?
Yeah.
Gone? Where? Where's it gone? How?
Well, I hate to tell you, Joe, but Rivermont Mining is a pup. A fraud.
A fraud?
There's no gold. There never was. That's the brutal truth of the matter. The mine's just an empty shell.
Knocks the wind out of me. But I can't go down. I need to think clearly, understand exactly what had happened to try and figure some way out. Had to make sense of it all.
But look, no, I mean, you paid me, you paid out.
Yes, we paid you, but out of your own money.
That's why we could afford to be so generous.
Not just with you, but with everyone.
It wasn't our money. None of it.
What? A pyramid scheme?
Yeah. And so long as the base was bigger than the top, we'd be quids in.
Yes, in theory, it could have gone on ad infinitum, but the market crashed and everyone tightened their belts.
No one was investing anything, and those that had wanted it back.
So we had no fresh blood to feed off.
That's why we targeted you, Joe. Had the boxing do.
So that story about your plane being diverted and ending up in deepest, darkest Africa and stumbling across a gold mine.
Hogwash. Never stepped foot in Mogadishu in my life.
But when I asked to invest, you said I couldn't. That it was a closed shop. I suppose that was all part of it too.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, of course. The oldest trick in the book. Briar patch.
Brer Rabbit. Please don't throw him in the briar patch, not the briar patch. And where does the rabbit want to be thrown?
The more we say no to investors, the more they want in.
Reverse psychology.
Good sales tactic.
Of course.
And it worked. We had a waiting list.
Queue round the block when the times were good.
Yeah, but what about the gold? The fresh strike?
False PR. The gold we found was bought on the black market and planted in the mine, deep.
And what about this machinery out there? What's all that? Those diggers, yeah?
Just going through the motions, I'm afraid.
Bloody hell, this is a disaster. An absolute bloody disaster. Oh, I feel like a pot, a schmirrel, right full.
How are you to know?
Well, like you said, the high returns.
None of us are born wise. We live and learn.
Learn, maybe. Not sure about live. Not with the Kollarovs breathing down me neck. This was worse than I feared. I look out the window and could barely see anything anymore. Just sheets of rain lashing down, hard. I had to steel myself. We're still trying to make sense of it all.
What about the painting? Spanish woman dancing. You bought that for 34 mil. It was all over the news.
I wouldn't believe everything you read.
What happened then?
I went along to the auction and outbid everyone.
It was a stunt.
A way to raise our profile, advertise false glories.
Short term it worked. Brought in a lot of fresh investment.
But the truth is that painting never left the sale room. I couldn't afford to buy it, I was skint. But they didn't know that. I'd covered my deposit and they couldn't stop me sticking my hand in the air. When it came to settle up, I'd prevaricate, make excuses, and eventually default.
The auction house hushed it all up.
Well, it's never in their interest to advertise the sale falling through.
And so to complete the illusion, I commissioned a copy, a fake, and hung it up as a centerpiece and threw a bunch of lavish parties.
Priceless PR.
Generated the kind of word of mouth that money can't buy.
Kept us afloat for a few more months.
But then the market crashed, and that, as they say, was that.
We were stuffed.
The game was up. And that's where we are now. Facing the wall. We can't pay our bills.
So, there's no money now?
None.
50 million US. Gone.
Never even touched the sites. That fake mine has debts like you wouldn't believe.
It went out to pay all our investors their false returns.
Bought us 2 months.
Rivermont Mining is a bottomless pit. A financial black hole.
Well, I must have skipped that bit in the brochure.
Gallows humour, Joe.
What do you want me to do, cry?
Bottom line, we're skint.
I've got to be honest. I've had better meetings.
Of course, all I wanted to do was kick off. But what would that achieve? I feel faint, weak. I reach into the middle of the table and grab myself a bag of cold water. That's how it comes out here, either in bags or bottles. I tear it open.
You want a glass?
Yeah, thanks.
Anyone else?
No, thanks.
I'm fine.
Yes, I'd like a glass, please.
Suzy looks very pristine, even under pressure and in this heat. Alert and upright, like a meerkat in Armani. And George has a bullish resilience and an air of authority. He moves towards a battered old shapeless chair, but once he sits in it, it looks like a throne. The two of them, you can see it. This bearing they have, how entitled they feel. They don't say it, they don't have to. It's just there. They look at me, waiting for me to say something.
OK. Let's stay calm and focused. The fact is we're all in the same boat, and it's got a bloody big hole in it. Brass tacks, they want their money. And they won't stop until they get it. Look at what happened with that property deal out in Moldova. 4 businessmen die in mysterious circumstances. OK, the official verdict was inconclusive, but let's face the facts. They all lost the Kollarovs' money and now they're all dead. And personally, I don't believe in coincidence.
Okay, so they'll come after us if we don't pay. Make examples of us, like Sidney. I understand. So what do we do, huh? What the hell do we do?
The only thing we can do, pay them back.
How?
That's the question.
Well, we all have personal assets, of course, family homes, savings, and so on. Perhaps we liquidate ourselves. We could raise 1 or 2 million apiece.
Not at such short notice.
Well, I could raid my kid's piggy bank, borrow against my house and my assets, come up with a couple of mil, but that's it.
No shares to sell?
Nothing.
And on your bank?
Emptier than the mine. Beneath the veneer, I'm a busted flush.
Well, let's say between us we could somehow rustle up 10 million.
That's a little optimistic.
They need $50 million in full. And they need it now.
Well, we're not suggesting not paying, Joe, but they've got to be reasonable.
Why? Why do they have to be reasonable? You stole their money. You stole their money. $50 million. Is that reasonable? We need to come up with something. And fast.
I looked around at their blank faces, and I knew it would be down to me to find a way out. I went back to the hotel to gather my thoughts. I needed to be alone, to think. Hadn't even unpacked.
Belle? Hi. I couldn't hear you. Fine. Yeah, how are you? How's Isabel? Good. Look, can I call you back? No, I'm just tired. Yeah, all right. Bye. Yeah, love you too. Who is it?
Room service.
I haven't ordered anything.
No, sir. Your free Ghanaian Bible. They arrived today, donated by Father Dubaku.
Father Dubaku, a local priest and international crime lord.
There is more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who do not need to repent.
The mine had to pay him off from day one, just like every other business in the country.
Would you like your free hotel room Bible?
No. Thank you, but no.
And unable to sleep, I sat on the balcony with a scotch and water from the minibar. Bottled water only, no ice. And looked out onto the sea and the swaying trees. And out there in the blackness somewhere, an idea began to emerge.
Father Dubaku?
Yeah. We were sat in my hotel restaurant bar, which was just finishing up his lunch service.
Dubaku.
We know he has large swathes of West Africa under his thumb. Billions of dollars pass through his hands. He has what we need. He has the money.
Right.
And you think we can get our hands on it?
I think we should go to business with him. He has his expertise and we have ours. I've done some legwork already. Now, everyone's tight-lipped when it comes to Dubaku. People don't talk, but money does. Having traipsed the nightclubs, casinos and local dive bars, eventually I got a break. Tanu, a local smuggler. I turned round.
Obroni. Come.
There he was, in the alleyway. Shorts, an open white shirt and a hat. Led me through the dark streets to an old shack. A slow fan, an old TV, and rickety table where we played backgammon and drank beer. And for the right price, he opened up.
He makes the money from drugs. He controls the ports and the roads. He deals with the cartels from Latin America. Lets them move their cargo through West Africa with his protection. This has made him very powerful very quickly.
Import and export. Business is booming. We are proud to consider ourselves an emerging region and a force to be reckoned with.
And what does that have to do with us?
We can help.
How?
Father Dubaku generates a lot of money, but he has a problem. He can't spend it.
No?
The money's not clean.
And he has to go to great lengths to wash it. And it's time-consuming and risky and expensive. For every $10, he gets 5 or 6 back loaded. And he has to pay storage. The cash is piled high in his warehouse. And it is heavy. It could get damp and rot. And he needs to get the money into a bank so he can spend it without suspicion. This is the hardest part for any criminal. Getting the money into a bank.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we come in.
Right.
This could be a lifeline, Joe.
It's dangerous, but it's fast money.
Yes, but we're not launderers, are we?
Not yet, we're not.
I thought it through, worked it out. First, I found out how he currently operates.
He has many methods. Runs them at the same time. One clever way is with staged disputes.
Staged?
It works like this. He sets up 2 brass-clad companies, both registered in the UK. The companies pretend to do business with one another, including big loans between them. The loans are guaranteed by a Ghanaian company. And they always have a European national as a co-guarantor. But the loans are never repaid. So fake company A sues fake company B, and vice versa, back and forth. Now, because they have a European co-guarantor, this allows the UK company to sue in an EU court, say Romania or Moldova. The judge finds in favor of the defendant, and so say 500 million has to be repaid.
And the money now has a court order.
Yes. It's official.
Oh, yeah. And that's how it finds its way into the EU banking system.
The scheme has a certain elegance.
Yeah, the goal is to move the money about and convert it so that he can spend it without causing suspicion. Usually involves breaking it up into smaller and smaller denominations. In the old days, when I was a kid, and not old enough to know better, I used to do a bit of running for an East End face, villain turned boxing promoter, Gentle Jack. He'd have two of us at every roulette wheel in every casino in the country. One bet in black, one bet in red, and a token cover on the green. You convert the dirty cash into chips, which you can then convert back into clean money on the way out. If you've ever heard of professional gamblers that don't care if they win or lose, then that's why.
Tobacco uses a whole range of service industries. Hotels, restaurants, bars, casinos, travel exchanges, all cash intensive. And he oversees a variety of companies, all based abroad, where the real ownership is hard to trace. A tangled web of shell companies in offshore tax havens.
Essentially, he's playing find the bleeding lady with the authorities.
Sounds stressful.
And this is where we can help.
Go on.
We can offer him as close to a one-stop shop as he is ever going to get.
How?
You have a mine and you have a bank.
Both empty?
Well, in this instance, that doesn't matter.
I like where this is going.
Now, are you sure that no one else other than myself and Yelena knows this mine is a pub?
No one.
Your investors don't know yet?
No. They'll know next quarter, but not till then.
And you said your bills are paid?
Up to now, just about.
OK, very good. I can see a way out of this. For a commission, we agree to launder and bank Father Dubaku's cash.
That could work. But we still need to disguise its origin. The bank relies on my integrity, and I'll have to conduct some checks, at least on the face of it. I'm bound by KYC. Know your client.
Of course. So we'll move the money about. Give it a provenance.
But we can do it in the sure knowledge that the Marquess will finally accept the money into his bank. And that is one big advantage.
Well, blow me. I don't want to tempt the gods, but I think we've got half a chance here.
That's Joe for you. He's the most clear-sighted individual I've met. He really is. I've always said as much.
Of course, it's not without risk. But at least it's something. Some light at the end of the tunnel. We just need to find a way to sit across a table from Father Dubaku and see if he bites. It took a lot of calls and false leads and backhanders and dead ends. But eventually we fixed up a meet at the Cocoa Lounge, a pleasant enough ground floor cafe bar, bits of art hanging up and a youngish crowd in. Father Dubaku arrives alone. Alone, in inverted commas. He's understated. No gold, no jewellery of any kind. Could be anyone. That's his modus operandi. He always meets in public. He enjoys the privacy of others, likes to hide in plain sight, among the cocktails and the canapes. And here he was. And his outlook was made clear from the off.
You know, in this life, we all need to make a little money.
We put a deal to him, and he came straight to the point.
So, to make sure I have understood, for every 10 of my dollars, you give me 7 back.
Yes, that's correct.
Cleaned and banked. We keep $3 in every 10 as our commission.
Very well. We have a deal.
We did the sums and worked out when we'd have raised enough to pay back Yelena. So as long as nothing went awry, we might still get out of this.
North Bank, Panama, 7:15 a.m. Pre-advice, we confirm $300 million on deposit and are ready to block this amount via an MT 760 in favor of account 3349491 at
Pre-advice, Sea Development Bank Belize, we confirm €800 million on deposit and are ready to block this amount via MT 799 in favor of account 929.
This is the Eastern Bank, Solomon Islands. We confirm that we have $350 million and are ready to block this amount
confirm
in
$300
favor of
million million US dollars on deposit and are ready to block this amount via
This is the Coastal Bank
MT-76.
Please confirm readiness and receipt.
Please confirm readiness and receipt. Readiness and receipt. Please confirm readiness and receipt.
Platform trading. One way to wire the money between various offshore accounts so that it doesn't all get dumped in one lump sum at the Marquess's bank. Keeping the money moving in the system is one way to avoid suspicion and legitimise it in the process. The money can then be moved into offshore shell companies with good secrecy laws where it can be drawn down in the form of banknotes or loans. Only trouble was...
We now have a new election. This could mean a new president. And when the music changes, so does the dance.
Coastal Bank believes we have no records of the funds despite receiving confirmation via MT-799 and then an MT-760.
We have no records of funds despite receiving confirmation via an MT-799.
This is the Eastern Bank, Solomon Islands. With regard, $350 million US blocked via an MT-799 to account 67818455. What do you mean, vanished?
That's what I wanted to know. The funds we promised the Russians hadn't materialised.
The money should have been there. We did everything. We went flat out. I saw the transfers myself. George assures me that it was wired.
But it never arrived. I checked in with Panama. It's not there.
We collapsed into a silence. The library bar on the third floor of the hotel. The old books and wilting tropical plants, all looking as worn out as we felt. Tony doesn't look like he's going to speak, but he does.
This is getting bloody stupid now.
What went wrong?
Well, we weren't to know, but we got involved with Father Dubaku at exactly the wrong time.
Get down! Down! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground!
Tanu, the local smuggler, turned out to be working undercover for the anti-corruption unit.
Don't move! Stay where you are! How much do you want? Don't move! Don't move!
They got Dubaku. An invisible net had been closing in on him for some time, and once the word spread that Dubaku was under investigation, no one would touch him. So eventually, he was forced out of the shadows. And then...
Hands behind your back. That's it.
The game was up.
Joe?
Yeah.
You didn't call, I was worried.
Yeah, don't be. I just got tied up, Val, that's all. Everything's a bit chaotic out here, and it's 110 in the shade, which doesn't help. But look, I'm okay.
So, you're not in trouble?
Not at all. How's Isabel?
Good. She thought we could book a mini break when you get back.
Sure.
For the long weekend. Be good to have us all together again. We thought South Lodge.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. Get a view onto the downs.
Yeah. Only thing is, Joe, and I don't mean to stress you out.
Go on.
The MasterCard was declined.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Try the Amex.
We did?
And that was it. Small thing like that, but on top of everything else, it adds up. All crowding in from all sides. Felt like I was getting pummeled. Like my first title defence out in Las Vegas. I was badly hurt. But I was never going to show it. Sometimes you've got to cover up and just hope the storm blows itself out. When I stop to think, I can't believe the trouble I got myself in. I was just trying to set the family up once and for all, so we wouldn't have to worry ever again, and look where it's got me. I've cost them everything, and put them in danger.
Joe? Joe, are you there? Are you okay?
Hi, yeah, sorry, Val, yeah. No, I'm fine. Look, call me tomorrow, would you?
Sure, okay. I love you.
Love you too, darling, love you too. Bye.
So where does that leave us? Where the hell does that leave us now? Are we under investigation?
What about the Russians?
George is pacing about, chewing his lip, looking anxious. We've still got the library bar to ourselves. The plants in the corner are in a worse shape than I thought. Some of the leaves are black. And the ivory chess set looks a mess. I don't play much myself, but I can tell all the pieces are in the wrong place, and the king's been knocked over. George isn't pacing anymore, but his mind is far from still. You can tell that when he talks.
to hell with it and to hell with them.
What do you mean?
Damn them! The Russians! Who do they think they are anyway? These colleagues of yours. Yelena Kolarov. Who is she? Who is she here? Threatening us? Having us run in circles, risk life and limb? And what? I'm supposed to quake in my boots because they hang one fool above our mine? Me? George Okonjo? Mr. Ghana? In my own home? You tell them I'm connected. Yes! I'm important, and I have friends in low places. They step foot here again, then they ask for trouble. Ghana is my home, my people, my country. How dare they threaten me here?
You could tell George was scared because he kept trying to convince himself he wasn't.
You tell them to back the hell off from George Okonjo.
In the end, I didn't tell him anything. Didn't have time.
Hello? Hello? Who is this?
He never found out. But we did. It was the Russians.
Hello?
Get out of here.
You think I'm joking? I'm not joking.
George is dead?
Yup.
No, 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 no.
Afraid so.
Could we open the window?
The window?
Yes.
It's open.
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
What do we do now?
Must be something. There's always a way.
Oh, enlighten me, please.
I'm thinking.
So am I. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're toast. That's what I'm thinking.
We had the money. I thought it was wired.
It was intercepted.
Have they got him? Tobacco. Has Father Tobacco been arrested?
His assets have been seized. His accounts are frozen. He's no good to us.
Maybe we could... Do you think... I'm not sure what I'm suggesting. I'm not thinking clearly.
Well, I am. I am thinking clearly. And I'm done. Guys, it's been enormous.
What do you mean?
I'm out of here. I'm gonna bounce.
Suzy?
What?
Where are you going?
Somewhere they can't find me.
You can't run.
Why not?
They'll track you down.
How?
Trust me, you won't get far.
Why?
I know what I'm talking about.
Look, Suzy, if anyone's going to get us out of this hole, it's Joe. Perhaps we should listen.
Oh, yeah?
He's a survivor. I know one when I see one, and I see it in Joe.
You got us in, you can damn well get us out.
That's what I'm trying to do. And I didn't get us in, Tony. You all made your own beds. Nonetheless, I'm trying to find a solution.
Well, it's too late for George, isn't it? You couldn't help him, could you?
Maybe George couldn't help himself.
What do you mean?
We have to keep cool. Our only realistic chance of staying alive is by repaying them their money.
Which we can't, we've no time.
So we're just gonna sit here, like ducks, waiting to be picked off? No thanks.
Suzy!
Forget it. I've heard enough.
Wait!
But this time, she didn't. I looked around, and the silence is heavy. Even the slow fan offers no comfort. Blows air about, but it's still hot. Like a blast from a hairdryer when it's already like an oven. Tony mopping up his sweat with a hand towel. The Marquess slumped in his chair. Looks smaller than usual somehow. They do say fear shrinks people. And that's how he looks. Shrunk. You always look at a fighter's legs. That's how you know when you've got him. Because you see him wobble like jelly. And from where I was sitting, as far as Tony and the Marquess were concerned, it was game over. If I was a ref, I'd call it off. If I was in their corner, I'd throw in the towel. Maybe Suzy had the right idea after all.
Hello? Hello? Who is this?
She didn't open it. She didn't have to. They let themselves in. And that's her suitcase being trundled down the corridor, with her in it. The Marquess, Tony and myself met but barely spoke. What was there to say? We got out of Africa, dispersed, made our own arrangements, and agreed to all check in with each other later in the week. I don't even remember closing my eyes, but I wake up, sweating, heart pounding, look around my hotel room, but I'm alone. Sounds of the sea outside. I look out the window and can just about see the terrace of the Andaluz bar, Marbella. That's right, Marbella. I came here to see the Marquess. I tried calling, but haven't got hold of him yet. I go out onto the terrace and into the restaurant bar. Sipping a large glass of Rioja, I drift off to the strains of this local troupe and lose myself in their gypsy music and their wild dance. And feel for a moment, just for a moment, free. Tony, hi.
Have you heard from him? Has he called you back? The Marquess?
No, I've left more messages, but nothing. Why?
He's gone.
What do you mean, gone?
I spoke to his wife. She hasn't seen him. She doesn't know where he is. No one does. Do you think they've got to him?
Look, come out here, Marbella. Get a flight. I'm at the Puente Romano. I'll meet you tomorrow. We sat at an outdoor table in the shade. A little street cafe just off Orange Square.
I've still not heard from him, Joe. Nothing.
No? I don't like the sound of it.
You heard from his wife, the Countess?
No.
Strange.
I sip my coffee and watch him fumble about with the brown sugar for his iced tea, frowning. Lot on his mind, unsurprisingly. Looks a bit punched out, if I'm honest. Where's his spark gone? His fight? To think of the battles I had with him in the boxing ring. To think of the way he got me involved in this bloody gold mine. The sheer front. The damn nerve of outbidding everyone at the auction.
Sold for £34 million. Degas' Spanish woman dancing.
And she won't be the only one dancing tonight, I can tell you.
All that verve and life. Those parties he threw. And the champagne and the women, the fast cars, the high life. Gone. I can see it's all ebbed out of him. And to think I'm relying on him, dear God. Anyway, I outlined my idea. My plan to raise the $50 million to keep us alive.
You think it'll work?
Oh, it's the only idea I've got. It just came to me at dinner just before you rang. What do you think?
Well, look, it's got to be worth a punt.
Where is it?
Belgravia.
As he finished his tea, I could see the sense of my idea dawning on him more and more, until a little half-smile appeared. It was the last time I ever saw a smile creep across his fat face. He flew back that night, and the following morning he was on his way out, but the lift in his Hyde Park mansion block didn't stop at the lobby. In fact, it didn't stop at all. They got to him. I was on my own now, and out of time. My idea was too late for Tony, but might still get me out of trouble. That's what I thought anyway. But then, of course, what I didn't know was that the Marquess hadn't been killed. Nah. He panicked and called the police to hand himself in. The little snake.
They can get to anyone, it seems. Anyone, wherever they are.
Like I said, don't worry.
Well, how can I not? They're after me. Will I have a change of identity, a new name?
We can work out your options in due course. For now, the priority is just to keep you and your family safe.
Of course. When can I see them?
We can work all that out later.
And I'll get a lesser sentence? And an open prison? It will be an open prison, won't it?
Case can be made, I'm sure, yes. And we can fine-tune the arrangements on appeal. But the thing that will really count in your favour is helping us nail Joe Stein for money laundering. That will bring down the Kollarovs. They're who we're really after.
Yes, of course.
The slimy bastard. Getting them to throw the bloody book at me just to save his own skin. Look at him. There's his true character. Weak and superior. But at least I earned my titles, with blood and sweat. His, they were given to him on a silver platter, and now look at him, the fear in his little eyes, as he's slithering himself off the hook.
Now, is there anyone else alive who can directly implicate Joe Stein or the Kollarovs in laundering mafia funds?
No, just me. I'm the last man standing.
Right. We've had clearance. We can now make our way down the drive into an unmarked car, and then you'll be placed in protective custody. We'll make sure you're comfortable, and we can make any further arrangements from there.
Right. Very good.
And it was good. But not for him. Because Detective Inspector Hume is not actually Detective Inspector Hume, but rather an agent working on behalf of the Kollarovs. They'd tapped his phone and heard him arranging to hand himself in. The Russians sent their man in first.
This way, sir.
Thank you.
The Marquess won't like it where he's going, and they won't like him much. Not especially fond of grasses at the best of times. Now I'm off to meet Yelena. Nerves jangling worse than before any title fight. But I don't let that show. Can't. Just stand tall and smile.
Joe, hi.
You look very well, Yelena.
Thank you. Likewise. How is Val?
It's very well. She sends her apologies.
Maybe next time.
Maybe.
If there is a next time.
Come through to the garden.
It's busy.
Cheers. These little drinks parties we have are very popular, yet exclusive. This is one of the most secret gardens in Mayfair.
Only I look up and I can see someone on the rooftop. I blink and they've gone. Only they haven't gone. They haven't gone because they were never there.
Aren't they beautiful?
Very striking.
I like these ones. Like champagne. Like chandeliers in the sky.
But I can't really enjoy it. Truth is, I can't really enjoy anything. I'm permanently on edge, always expecting a tap on my shoulder, a knock at the door. Just waiting. Waiting for it. Even in my own home. That's the price I've paid. But at least for now, for Val and Isabel, I've bought just a little time to try and earn enough to see them straight.
Oh, you've not seen it here?
No.
Come, I'll show you.
And there it is, in pride of place.
It fits well here, no?
Yes. At £34 million, which is $50 million and lots of press attention to give clear provenance, I'm not surprised she likes it. Far as she's concerned, it's the real thing, an original Degas. And I'm not going to tell her any different. And it looks good up there, I must say. Spanish woman dancing.
So, you like it?
I love it.
Good.
In episode 2 of The Gold Killing, Joe was played by Robert Glenister, the Marquess by Pip Torrens, Tony by David Hounslow, Suzy by Alex Tregear, George by Obi Abili, Tanu by Danny Sapani, and Yelena by Amelia Lowdell. The Gold Killing was written by Paul Sellar and directed by Sally Avens.